Hello my dudes, dudettes, and everything in between. Welcome back to Cloud Games. And today we're going to be continuing on with our Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV yet again. We are still at the very end of the dungeon we did in the last episode, because I am pretty sure that as soon as we exit, there's a cutscene and I didn't have time for it. But let's finish up this rescue mission. Pretty sure that's the girl we're supposed to rescue. You're the one who caused all that commotion, aren't you? 12 sakes, walk softly. Talking about. I didn't do nothing. Non-intrusive first and systematic always. Never forget. Now then, who are you? One of the apprentice haulers? No, I'm here to save your ass. Hmm? Yes, I'm Neneko, but why would anyone be looking for me? What? Ancient traps have been triggered? I had no idea. I alone ventured into the deepest section of the temple, where the work there requires the most delicate of touches. I was completely oblivious to the commotion until you came. What of the members of my expedition? Please tell me they are safe. Nope, they dead. Scarcely any survivors? Gods be good. I had known that they were to come to a dangerous place, but I had known that we were come to a dangerous place, but all those lives. But this is neither the time nor the place for mourning. Let us quit this place. I have a duty to notify our backers of the incident. Meanwhile, might I ask you to go and tell Popo and Sese that I am fine? Guess that's her brothers. Another free company. Don't need a free company. Miners. There we go. Yes, where's Neneko? You better have good news or I'll let my brother do this his way. My dear brothers. Oh, Anime comes in, hair flowing, sparkle eyes. Tears strolling down her face. I've worried you, haven't I? I am sorry, but as you can see, there's nothing to be concerned about. Neneko! Neneko! We've been so worried about you! Aye, we feared the worst. It's so good to see your face. I must thank you again, good adventurer. After we parted ways, I sent for a search party, and we were able to rescue the survivors. Nanako, from now on, I'm going to be accompanying you on all expeditions. Those Baldians were real bastards about booby traps. It is not safe for you alone. Brother, she won't be alone, because I'm going with her. Brothers, you forget your duty. Your place is with the concern. You're right that the temple is dangerous, but I can make it safe. All you need is believe. We must look at the causes, the twin causes, of today's incident. The peoples believe that within lie magical relics, and that the ruins are now safe to traverse. Those temple raiders are already telling tales of deadly ancient traps in every tavern, and will let it be known it's no ordinary danger that awaits. The Order of Nathal has agreed to vehemently deny that the temple's relics are cursed. and that tales of looters found horribly dead afterwards are baseless. That should give instant credence to the opposite, and end the looting. For a while, at least. Neneko, you're brilliant! I may be the strongest one, but you've got the goods upstairs. Right, you are about our sister, puny brother, and I'm not going to stoop to stating the obvious. They say history is the gristle of the past, but in these ruins, the past is fleshed out again. That is what I love about this work. I won't let the raiders despoil the place. The ruins are not mine, to be dug and blasted for gil. If they want gold or gems, let them join the Miners Guild and toil for them. Seems sensible. Alright, off to the main story! And in case you don't remember, there you are. We are now heading with Alphino to Camp Dragonhead because a very influential person is requesting to meet with us, and specifically me, the Warrior of Light, to discuss possible compromises and relations, I guess. So me and Alphino are traveling forth to do just that. I have concerns about letting a small child deal with these concerns, but not my decision apparently. Life, ever a welcome sight. Our hearts have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch colds whilst enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. I think he was doing it for me, Alphino. He couldn't care less about you. Ah, good Master Alphino. An honor as always. Likewise, Lord Harshaphant. Give us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied ever much on your aid, since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense! Any debts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House Fortant may even seek the aid of your newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in the heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand, Sir Amric arrived at Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told he is eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey, and desirous to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. But if you are willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside at the intercessory. We will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your hearth sounds, I think it best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith. I think he was inviting me to go sit by the fire with him. I love how Alphino keeps like just making all these decisions for me. Okay. We have been expecting you, sir. Pray take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others. This is nice.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Oh, he's cute. He's really cute.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination.
Like everyone else.
Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange.
That's fair.
Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard-Sorma.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord.
Her again.
What? By the Fury! All our precautions were for naught?
I have to admit, Alphino kinda handled that better than I thought he would. Okay. Oh, I ain't got no booty. Those aren't bad, I kinda like that. Alrighty, so now Iceheart's interfering with our shipments again. Recent developments have given Alphino much to consider. Just when we were starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Ravenous Toll, of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Technically they are, they're called primals. Happily, however, I am not. I will know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Haurchefant and find out what he has learned. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Ravenous Toll as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then, as quickly as they appeared, they were gone. It would be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route. Knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Right. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly. As Lord Haurchefant said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Clyde. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Don't get too excited, Haurchefant. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. I swear, anything involving me, he immediately perks up. Like a dog in heat. Where? Oh, all the way down there. Okay. But in regards to that conversation we had with, what's his name? Sir Emmerich, that's it, Sir Emmerich. That's actually, I guess, kind of fair what he's asking. Like, he's not really going out of his way for us, and we're not really going out of our way, for the most part. So I guess it's kind of, like Alphino said, a good starting point. So, basically all we have to do is watch a dead dragon. We have a long adventure, there's nothing for... Huh? Lord Haurchefant bid you speak with us, then you must be... Oh, beg pardon, Scion. As you can see, he left nary a crate behind. Tipped the wagon for good measure, even. The whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would have been easier just to steal it through it, though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. Ah, but pay no mind to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounted to much. Oh, so there was a survivor. Okay. This seems to be a back and forth type of part of the story. I don't know how much of they cut it out. Not like with Ramu. Oh my god, that, like I said back then, that was such a godsend that they actually got rid of a majority of those back and forth stuff. See up here? Yeah. You come to ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Gurgles we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and no one stepped forward to answer. Slowly we approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought, some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumbled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened until I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I couldn't... I mean, they'd have killed me, so I just lay still and listened. Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. So they're getting something ready for something named Shiva. If you have played previous Final Fantasy games, you probably have an idea what's going on. If you don't, I'm not going to spoil anything. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? It seems that Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the Ishgardian, Master Alphino? Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who lay down with dragons. Oh, she kinky. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know the Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it comes to patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say that she is their patron saint? Oh no, it all makes sense now. Lord Hoshifant, what was the caravan's cargo? Have y'all got it yet? Have y'all got it? Ah, if I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva as a beast tribe would a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Harshfont, you would agree that discretion is a paramount concern? Of course. Trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphino? Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is given. Heck yeah, it is. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revenant Stall. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I am sure you would not miss this for the world. I think that's the same as... yeah. That's healer gear, not bad. And then, okay, that's a little different. Let's get that going. Level 100, cool beans. Woe betide the heretic who crosses Alphino, Leveilleur, for they shall feel the full force of his fury, like a kitten. The persistent attacks on our caravan seemed to be more than a nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose behind their attacks, of course. Now they have my undivided attention. Oh no, how terrible. After apprising Minfilia of the situation, I shall summon a unit of Crystal Braves to assist us. As for you, Clive, pray join me at Whiteburn Front. Since the incident at Snowcloak, Knights of House Jotendare have redoubled their reconnaissance efforts in the region. It is my hope that they have information which may help us determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. I was wondering, what in the world is that helmet? Funny. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Dralmont would be eager to oblige us. I shall see you then. Good. I keep forgetting and remembering, like, I forgot how much there is actually to the story, and how many more, like, dungeons and trials and fights that we actually have to do story-wise. So, in regards to, like, optional dungeons, we only have 2 more. We'll get to them eventually. But in regards to, like, story stuff, we actually have a couple of things to do. I kind of forget sometimes. Oh. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn wish to join in the hunt for Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the word that was received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We're all ears, Lord Dralmont. A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak, the self-same frozen wall which we speculated might conceal the heretics' hideout. Suffice it to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirms our suspicions. I have heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whiteburn Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you'll agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. It would be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such was my intent from the start, Sir Emmerich. And so it begins, my friend, though I dare say it will prove an all too brief collaboration. Iceheart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Sorry. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. There may yet be subtle means by which we can locate the heretic's lair. Mayhap Lord Dralmont has one in mind? Yes. Yes. Excellent. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there is aught else you would have us do, pray speak, and it shall be done. Alright. Oh, that's bulky. That's bulky gear. That's the Dragoon. I really like the Dragoon. That is Samurai and Monk. I really do not like it. Only the naive place of all their hope in the success. Only the naive place all their hope in the success of a single solution, and Lord Dralmont is anything but. It seems as though we are always one step behind, our quarry ever just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess I'm having certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed where others have failed, but it could yet yield the self-same result. Fortunately, we are not without other options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Guillaume? Oh, yeah, that dude. We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts. He has the question of what steps might be as has the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in future. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone in Whiteburn Front. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, he will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braids, and upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sir Jean-Tremont in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him if he ventures beyond the walls. Follow him discreetly. Should he meet with a heretic, do not interfere. Simply watch and listen. I've seen to it that the suspect knows nothing which could endanger our plans. Oh, so we get to play spy. Ooh. There he is, the accused knight. The suspected heretic leaves through the southwest gate. Okay. Heads on the road east. And then south. Hey, hey! Where in the seven hills are you? I'm freezing my bollocks off here. I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall? Why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to the... Bloody echo. Lower your voice or they'll hear us in Whiteburn Front. Yes, of course. Temple Knights Urban. In Snowcloak. This is what you bring to me. We already knew about that. Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnels dead before they know what is happening. Nevertheless, if you waste my time again, is that clear? And I gotta bolt out of there. Dun -dun. I got stuck. Well, did your investigation bear fruit? I see. I shall have the man detained at once. His guilt is plain. Would that you could have heard their words more clearly. Yet, the few snatches you were able to make out are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation and confident that they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means it is key to our plans, that they would be rooted out and put to the sword. It's the same... Yep. Oddly enough, the healers get some decent looking metal leggings, but we get these boots. Oh my god, they got some heels on them. I never noticed that. Okay. Well, that's a thing. The Allied forces at Snowcloak are in danger, and Lord Yama would have you assist him in ensuring their safety. We have suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you overheard, I fear that Snowcloak may be riddled with such passages, and that the heretics in Boulder's Downs are planning to use them to take our forces unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. A contingent of House Jotundan Knights are on patrol in the area. I now shall order them to begin searching for the heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemy's numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. It would put my mind at ease to know if you would consent to assisting my knights with the search. I know they would take courage from the presence of so storied a warrior. Pray rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. If Halloween is kind, we may catch these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy, Clive. The lives of our allies are at stake. Okay. Alright, gonna go back through where we were. I don't know why, but these heals, I have mixed feelings about them. I like them, but at the same time, not my thing. I don't know. Oh, really? Can't go through the door? Physics, I swear. Alright, dry them all. My knights sent no word of your coming, Clive. What has happened? What is that in your hand? Yeah, they dead. They like super dead. By the Fury. Those were veterans with years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. The bodies must be recovered and... No, we don't have the men to spare. Not now. Not while Ishgard prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not of sufficient number to contend with the combined strength of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves. There must be others, and I'll wager they are on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the traitor you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value after all. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the guardsmen's watches at our outpost in Snowcloak. The traitor was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. Would that we had caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know when the watch was weakest. They could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare their ambush. The timetable has not changed, you see. Of course it will be changed now, but the heretics may already be in position. House Durandare must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone Vigil. I can see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. That makes sense. Alrighty, well, that's all the time I got for you guys today. If you want to see what happens with Snowcloak and Iceheart and all this wonderful heretical stuff, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to see in-game content, like me playing with all the abilities of both the Scholar and Summoner, playing other classes and harder stuff, or me even playing a different game, such as Genshin Impact, make sure you go check out that Twitch account I have in my bio. Other than that, thank you guys for coming. I hope to see y'all next time.